All right, y'all. So here we go. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go ahead and do the head. I'm gonna go through, kind of tell you exactly what colors I do, and then so this one is just gonna be. First thing is I'm gonna put a yellow, and what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to highlight that lighter color right on the head. So so this part here, so where it's a little bit lighter and not darker, I'm just trying to highlight. So just trying to get the the eyebrow, the cheeks here, maybe a little bit down the head, just a little bit here. Make it your own. Go about how you want to go about things, but I'll just kind of give it a little part here of how I go about it. So. So that's going to be it for that side. What we'll do is we'll just go ahead and flip it around. I'm just going to go ahead and do all yellow on both sides here. That way I can just do everything all at once. So let me get this side here. It's kind of hard to do it for the camera here when self-filming here. So we'll do the same thing here. I'm just going to touch up just a little bit on this side over here. So. Swing this around, just touch it just ever so slightly. All right, so we're done with the yellow here. All right, so here what I've got is I've just got your typical hunter green, Rust-Oleum. What I typically like to do is I like to mix it in these little containers, where that way I can kind of get a 50-50 mixture. What I'm trying to look for is equal mixture, 50% paint, 50% naphtha. So we're going to go ahead and cut that down to where it's more of just a liquid. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to get it to just drip off. I don't know if that comes up in the thing, but it drips off real quick. So that's all I'm trying to do there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit those highlighted areas that are just yellow. That's all I'm going to try to go for here. And then you're going to see it just kind of go up to that yellowish lighter green. Just kind of transform the color right before your eyes there. Never really was good at magic, but you know, here I am. All right, so on this pearlized green, just another Createx color pearlized green. I love that stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit just ever so slightly, just right around the cheeks, right over that upper part, and then just a little bit over the eyebrow. Not much. Just like so. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and paint the nail and the nostrils. All I've got here is just Rust-Oleum flat black. Again, cut down 50% paint of the Rust-Oleum flat black and 50% naphtha. So I'm just going to go ahead and just ever so lightly just kind of hit in here on the nostril. On each side. This is going to be hard to kind of pick up. And then I'm just going to go ahead and paint the nail here. All right, now we're going to go ahead and hit the necklace, and then we'll go ahead and hit the eyeballs. So the necklace, I'm not going to do all the way around. I'm just going to do, you know, on certain head positions, I'll do all the way around. If it's, you know, an alert, I will, just because I may spin that if it's a movable head. But I'm probably only going to go back to maybe halfway on the neck. But as the necklace goes, it's thicker up in here, and then it tapers down to pretty much nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it in different little angles here. All right. So there is the necklace. So like I said, I'm just going probably about halfway back there on the neck, both sides, and it's just tapering down just a little bit. So now the last thing I'm going to do just to finish up the head is I'm going to come in with just a little bit of flat black paint and a toothpick, just good old toothpick. I'm just going to put a little bit on the end of the toothpick, and I'm just going to dab it in here on the eyeballs, just to kind of give it that life look. Just a little bit of the flake in there. Need some paint. So there you go. I mean, there's your head. Not too shabby.